Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here, coming at you with another video. And in today's video, I am bringing you another Mythic Legions collection here, but this is their 2-pack from their Kickstarter. This is their War of the Aetherblade Kickstarter for the video game, which is a tactics game called War of the Aetherblades. And this is a 2-figure pack which comes with Attila Leoseer, the second version, and Gorgo Aetherblade second version. These are upgraded versions of figures that they produced in, I believe it was like their first Kickstarter wave. So those figures are like astronomically priced if you look for them. Like to get both of them now would be almost like $800 or something like that. But this is amazing, and check it out. I didn't even realize when I placed the order is that this is actually signed by 3 of the founders of the Four Horsemen company. And this was confirmed by Jeremy Gerard when I posted this on the Mythic Legions Cabal. So the signatures here, as he explained to me, are this is Cornboy, Eric Cornboy Mays, Eric Treadway, and Jim Preziosi, and this was signed in 2023. This was when those figures were finally released. As you can see here, this is the Forge founder, and on the side here, there's a nice little write-up there if you want to pause and read that. On the back here, another write up there, pause and read that. Some legalese. On the other side, the logo of the 2 factions that they represent. And this is really, really cool. The fact that it also has signatures on there, man, this is awesome. So I'm definitely going to keep this box. Now, as you all know, visiting my channel, you know that I'm not an inbox collector. So I had planned on opening this up anyway. So that's what I'm gonna do that anyway. So, and I will reseal it. But it does look like it was opened up at some point anyway because they put other tape on there. But that's fine. I'm more than happy with that. I open up the package anyway. So in this video, I'm actually going to review Gorgo first. And then I'm going to do a separate video for Attila. So let's open them up and see what we got. All right, so before I show you the figure, I did want to show you this backdrop that was in the box. And this is where the Nate Baertsch artwork was at, because on the back of the box, as you saw earlier, it's just kind of images from the beta of the game. So there's no Nate Baertsch art on there, which there normally would be. But here it is. It was on the inside. And I love this scene. This so reminds me of Dragon Age Origins. That scene where they're fighting the dragon at the very end. This looks fantastic. I love this backdrop here. All right. So here is Gorgo Aetherblade version 2. With all of his accessories out of the box here. And this is an amazing amount of stuff here. And I don't even know where to begin. You know what? Actually, I do know where to begin. I'm going to start with the weakest part of this accessory pack. And for me, it's this battle axe. The design is really cool. I believe this is from their dwarven battle axes. And, these little pegs come out here, and then if you had a second blade of the battle axe, you could put it in there. But this is just a 1-bladed battle axe. And it looks really, really nice. But it bothers me because it's black, red, and silver, where there's no silver on this figure. He's all black, red, and gold. So this is gonna bother my OCD, putting this weapon on him where he has no silver on him. So even though obviously it's a beautiful axe, and I believe this was the axe that came with like their their He-Man tribute figure, Adamon, but it was double bladed. You put the second blade on there. But yeah, I'll find some other figure to put this on. Maybe if I kit bash a dwarf or something, I'll probably put this on him. But I'm definitely not using this for Gorgo. So yeah, that for me, that was the weakest link here. Well, obviously he comes with the leather strap that they all come with that has the little opening for the weapon here. And you could just sheath a weapon in there to keep it on his body. He comes with these two beautiful shoulder pauldrons, and I believe this was the first time that they used this shoulder pauldron, and they have used it since on their, I believe it was the Snake Man army builder. This was the shoulder pad that they put on that. But that looks gorgeous. Look at all of that intricate work that's in there, and the wash picks it up really, really nicely. Love it. Little Eye of Sauron. And of course, this one is exactly the same, just the opposite side. The pegs for the back. Wonderful. And now let's take a look here at the shield. This is crazy. So you've seen my other like shields that have like the emblem from Etherion, from Sir Owain. And this shield looks astonishing. It's a crazy, crazy upgrade. So this is the Etherion shield, and you know, it's beautiful. It has a nice painting of Etherion, but look at this. Apparently he's a servant of Arethyr, which is the Horseman of War in Mythos. And this is his insignia, and look at that crazy, crazy detail on there. It is beautiful. And this is modular, so you can just pop it out. Oh, some of the red actually stays on it. There's a little bit of a red plate, and this is what the shield looks like without it. But that's really cool. Love it. I think this is a really, really nice, wonderful design that they did here. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, and obviously he comes with this peg here for the shield, and you just wiggle it on there. Now he can hold it. Although this is kind of heavy, we'll see how that holds up later. And the one thing about the video game here is the Aetherblade, and here it is. This is the Aetherblade that the whole game is based on. So apparently this Aetherblade here is the blade that that Gorgo needs to wake up Arethyr, the god of war. And this is the blade, and he also, oh, I think it's upside down. This is the face of Arethyr. That's really cool. Look at all the intricate work that they did in here. The little gold buttons that are in the red straps here. And the hilt there. Beautiful skull motif on there. The blade is a beautiful gunmetal with gold highlight. Really love that. Yeah, like even if they would have did gunmetal instead of silver on this axe, I think it would have been better, because that looks really awesome. And he comes with this bendy wire cape here, and this is his cape. His is the smaller of the two. That's how you'll know which cape goes to which one. But yeah, look at that. It's got really nice bendy wire. Can make it look like it's going in the wind. Very cool. He's got two loops. I believe the bigger ones are for his arms, and the smaller ones go on a hook on his armor. And now let's take a look at Gorgo Aetherblade version 2. This is a really great looking figure. So this is a head that we have seen on Mythic Legions before. I don't have any of them because I didn't collect any of the other figures. I'm just starting to collect Mythic Legions. But yeah, this is sort of like the head that they used. That's sort of a tribute to what's his name, Warduke from Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously you would change the antlers out for like the bat wings. They do have those as well. And that's a beautiful, beautiful mask. And as you can see, it's got intricate carving all in there. And this is really nice, where he's got this nice bright red, but it all has a black wash, so it picks up all the intricate detail in his armor. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Really loving this. Look at all of this, like even in the hands there, like all of the rivets are painted. He's got chainmail under there. He can do a nice T-pose without the pauldrons on, which is fantastic. The chest plate again looks wonderful. He's got these two little hooks here. And from what I've seen, these are the two little hooks that you put the little loops through, just so that it stays around his shoulders nice and tight. And this we've seen before, but look at the paint job that they did on it. This is the same side guards that are on, I believe, my Battle Cat figure. And again, all the armor, really, it's just reuse. It's 1.0 reuse. But what they did here is the painting is crazy. Look at all that gold piping and all the like little rivets, and they painted all of it and it looks amazing. And the articulation is all the same 1.0 articulation, which is still very good. I do know that they just released a wave that has like a 2.0 version of Knight articulation. And these don't have that, but the articulation is pretty good. So I can't wait to see what a 2.0 version of the Knight's articulation is going to be. But let's put his stuff on and see what he looks like. I love the way he looks already. All right, and here he is, Gorgo Aetherblade with all of his accessories on. Looks amazing. Again, shield, the axe is just in the background. But look at this. This is the general of Aether's army, and he looks every bit as menacing as he should. He's sort of like, I guess he would be the Darth Vader of his army. And yeah, he's giving off Darth Vader vibes with this look. I love it. Oh, and as you can see, I did change out the shield clip for one of the C clips. With the regular gripper, it wasn't holding it that well. His arm kept flopping around. But with the C clip, it's holding it a lot better. So I'm going to leave him with a C clip for his shield. But he looks amazing. And the cape, yeah, the little loops go on the hooks that he's got there. But the big loops of the cape, I actually attached to his pegs back here. Because I noticed that while it was on his arm, the cape was still very loose. But now that it's on the back, it's holding on really nicely. So I think that's the way it was meant to plug in. It was the small hooks go there, and the big hooks go on his pauldrons for the back. And he holds the cape really, really well. I love this look. And yes, you can do all sorts of nice dynamic stuff with his cape there. Just making it look like it's flapping in the wind. Look at this amazing figure. I love what they did here. The detail work and the paint sculpt and everything. Absolutely astonishing. That shield though. Oh, love it. Oh, and I did want to show you, like, obviously you can remove his antlers and you can replace it with other horns here. So this is the legendary barbarian horns. So you can do something like that. If you don't like the antlers, if you feel like they're too big, you could do something like that. And that looks really good. I think that looks really, really cool. Oh, and very quickly, I did want to just show you this. This was, remember how I told you that the Skeletor tribute figure had the same staff with the ball here? This was the helmet that came with it, and he came with horns just like this, so you just turned them down. To make it look like the Havoc staff, you would do something like that. So this was the way they made their Havoc staff. It was just all, obviously, all in purple. And that looks really cool. You can make it look like the Havoc staff if you decided to paint this all purple, which obviously I'm not going to. But that's a really, really neat look there. All right, so here is Gorgo Aetherblade with Sir Owain. And as you can see, they have the same basically 1.0 body with the armor and everything, even down to the details of the gauntlet. They're just painted differently, but you can see all of that detail is basically the same. The legs, the boots are all the same. It's just the painting treatment is different, which is what gives them such a different look to each other. But yeah, you know, he's definitely, his body is the Knight's 1.0 body. So there's no real difference outside of the painting between these two figures. But you know, what they did do with the painting really just makes them like worlds apart different. Version 1 of Gorgo Aetherblade did have this chest piece, so that is one of the things that they definitely upgraded for this figure, because this looks so much more detailed and flamboyant than the regular ones that they normally have on the 1.0 Knight. So yeah, they look great together. Obviously, they're from the same mold, same kind of build, but this one has more flair to it, I guess would be the best word for it. All right, very quickly, here he is alongside NECA Warduke from Dungeons and Dragons. And as you can see, the helmet design is very similar. So a lot of people in Mythic Legions Cabal, I have seen kit bash Warduke using this helmet style. So, and this is a fairly common helmet, outside of the fact that this one has a couple more details on it. You can find this helmet pretty commonly throughout the line for different characters. And most people just like paint it up to make him look like Warduke. And they do have, where he has the antlers, they do have horn parts that look like the bat wings. Now this guy looks like he would be a challenge for sure for Gorgo, but Gorgo does have the Aetherblade, so it might not go the way he thinks. And obviously, as you can see, I did a little kit bashing with my Sir Oxiak. Gave him some exposed muscle there. And I think he looks great. I love these guys together here. That is really, really cool. But we'd have to see how Sir Oxiak would deal with the general of Aether's army. All right, and here he is going up against my Kickstarter medieval spawn, and I love it. I think they go really, really well together. Yeah, McFarlane Toys did a really nice job on this medieval spawn here, and I think he fits the world of Mythos quite nicely. So I think this would be a great battle for them. And one more versus. Here he is versus the Figura Obscura Sun Wukong here, the Monkey King. Yeah, this would be a great, great battle because, you know, Monkey King is immortal. He's got like 72 transformations. This is going to be a really hard fight for Gorgo to deal with. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look at Gorgo Aetherblade, the general of Aether's army. and I think he looks spectacular. Obviously, all of the detail sculpting, all of the new bits of armor, and then you know, all of the highlights that they did on the classic pieces of armor really just give it such a different look and dynamic life on there. Really amazing. The sword, the shield here that is got the three-dimensional motif of the army. That is spectacular. I love what they did here. I am so happy to add this to my collection at an absolute fraction of the cost of what it would be to get the version 1 of this figure. This is just tremendous updates to his look. I love it, and I'm kind of excited now for the game. I can't wait to see what the game is going to be like. And yeah. And then next week we will go over Attila Leoseer and see what he offers, what he brings to the table. I love it. This is amazing. Thank you for watching the video. And if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye now.